Hello, so this is Wayne from Dorset, and today I'm in Legitimate Travellers, and I'm a financial planning business called Greenfield Financial Management. And I'm here with Toby, who's one of the IFAs here, an independent financial advisor. He's going to tell us about his business here. So, Toby, when did you start working here?
So I moved to Greenfields about 2.5 years ago, Wayne. Prior to that, I'd done my sort of financial planning training with a firm based up in the city. But it was all remote, of course, because that was the time of COVID. So I never actually met my former director. We have an excellent relationship. I'm still in touch.
Yeah.
And I was approached about an opportunity in a local business and jumped at the opportunity to join.
Fantastic. So what services do you offer?
So we classify ourselves as holistic financial planners and financial advisors. So principally there's a number of different strands to the business and our service offering. Our starting point is always trying to understand the client's goals and objectives and helping them find a route to achieve those goals and objectives and fulfill their life's plans. Sometimes that will involve the use of products such as pensions, ISAs. It may involve investment management. It may be that we're arranging mortgages or looking at lifetime lending for our clients. And we use a specialist piece of software where we can do some cash flow planning and cash flow modelling. And what that means is that we can show clients these great visuals of how their asset base may change under time, under various circumstances. And we can really help them map out, perhaps you can retire 5 years early, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or no, maybe private schools are going to be a bit too expensive and we might need to take that off the menu. It's really about understanding the client's goals and objectives and matching up the financial plan to help them achieve those goals and objectives.
Fantastic. So I guess the whole thing really is to make sure that you don't run out of money, isn't it?
That's exactly it. There's two things I want to avoid with my clients. Number one, I want to avoid is dying with too much money. There's no point being the wealthiest individual in the graveyard.
No.
And equally, we want to make sure we don't run out of money before we die. And it's a very delicate balancing act in many circumstances. And, there could be conflicting priorities. Clients may want to leave a legacy to children or grandchildren. They may need to keep a quarter of an eye on any potential care needs. So a financial plan is a constantly evolving plan. You set it up, but then you have to monitor, review and plan on a forward-looking basis each year based on changes in circumstances.
Of course, it's all very technical, I must admit. What sort of size team do you have working here?
So we have 3 client-facing advisors in the business. We've got 2 independent financial advisors and planners. We have a mortgage and equity release specialist advisor as well. Sitting in behind the financial advisors, we have a couple of what we call paraplanners. They're much like a paralegal in the legal sphere, and their job is to support the advisors in client meetings and with research and report construction. And then the final layer of the business is we have a couple of administrators who frankly do all of the hard work and all of the chasing on the phones to product providers and getting the information to support the paraplanners who in turn can support the advisors. So we're a fairly small business. We do have plans to grow the business and are scaling. We've welcomed a lot of new clients locally recently and we hope to welcome more in the coming months.
Excellent. Obviously pensions are a huge thing for people all over Dorset. So what if someone's got a lot of pensions all from different places over the years, would you advise them doing it themselves, trying to merge them, or is that something you would really specialise in doing?
Yes, so the answer to the question almost always is it depends. I've got to understand the client's goals and objectives before I can put forward a strategy to help them achieve those goals and objectives. Pensions is a word that has got lots of connotations and we are all individually biased as to what we think of that word pensions. But what we can say is with factual certainty is that pensions are one of the greatest wealth building tools available to us, and they're also a fantastic intergenerational wealth planning tool. We get tax relief on the way in with our money and we can get some tax-free money on the way out when we start drawing down on them. Principally, you've got 2 different types of pensions. You've got the defined benefit pensions, which are generally in the public sector, so teachers, doctors, nurses and so forth. They pay a guaranteed income that will escalate with inflation for the rest of your life, and they may provide a spouse's benefit or beneficiary's pension on your demise. The other type of pensions we've got are called defined contribution pensions or pots of money schemes. So those are ones that you or I may have where our employer pays money and we pay in contributions, and we're accruing a pot of money that we will be personally reliant on to fund our retirement and our living. And really that's where advice really for the lion's share of people is needed. you don't want 4 or 5 different schemes and having to speak to 5 different people each year. We do recommend one more modern pension scheme that can be accessed flexibly to suit your income needs and your cash flow needs in retirement. And to be honest, that's probably the most popular piece of work that we get instructed on by our clients. It is to review the suitability of the existing pension arrangements and see if there's scope to consolidate them into one more modern scheme under an advised proposition.
And would that also be a good time to also sort of reevaluate your life insurance as well?
It can be, yeah, it can be, because life changes. We may move house and take a larger mortgage. We may have children and welcome children into the world. We may want to, our children may have flown the nest and they're no longer dependent on us, and we might have a life insurance policy that is surplus to our needs. The key when it comes to life insurance is you never ever cancel a policy until you've taken advice on the suitability of it, and or until you've sort of secured new cover that is sort of what we call on risk, is the technical term, which means it's live and you're covered.
Yeah.
We do a lot of work dovetailing in life insurance planning with pension planning as well for our clients.
Oh, good stuff. And I see behind you there, Toby, you've got some amazing awards. What are these all about?
Yes, so we've been recognised by various industry bodies, professional industry bodies, for the work we do with our clients. We think the reason for that is we employ a very client-centric approach here at the business, and the client as an individual is our client. It's not their money that's our client. You as an individual are our client, and you're at the centre of everything we do. When we're building your financial plan, it's centred around your needs and your objectives and your goals, not our own agenda or what we think should be your needs and objectives. That's been recognised by a number of industry bodies, hence these awards here. All 3 advisors in the business have also been recognised by a company called Vouched For, which is a completely independent reviews platform. So we invite all of our clients to leave us a review. That's our existing clients and any new prospective clients after they've had their discovery meeting with us. We invite them to leave us some feedback. And I'm pleased to say that we've all got reviews on that at least a 4.8 out of 5.
Excellent.
With over 200 reviews in the business over the past couple of years.
Oh, congratulations, that's brilliant. So if any existing clients or new clients want to come and have a chat with you about their finances, do they tend to come to your office here in Litchfield, or would they speak to you online, or how would
no?
that work?
So generally, once someone makes initial contact with us, we'll pick up the phone and have a quick 10-15 minute chat just to get a very quick overview of their situation and see if we could be a good fit for one another. Because I'll be honest, we don't work with everyone. There are some people whereby if we don't feel we can add sufficient value, we will signpost them in a different direction. And also, if the dynamic isn't right with the individuals that we're with, we won't take one as a client, because our client relationships are going to be for 3 or 4 decades with these people. Most people's retirement lasts for 30 to 40 years these days. It's a very long time. So we've got to be critical, and I've got to be confident that I can work with this person or this couple for the next 3 or 4 decades and see them through that retirement. The way we operate after our sort of initial telephone call, which is more of an exploratory call, is we host what we call a discovery meeting here in our offices in Litchfield with the clients, and these tend to be really in-depth meetings. They often last 2 to 3 hours. This is entirely at our expense because we want to demonstrate what we can do with our clients, and we really want to understand them before we commit to being able to service them on an ongoing basis. And the clients do have to do a bit of homework before that meeting, I'm afraid. I'm not afraid of that. It's so that you've invested a bit of time, because we're investing a lot of our time and our expense in hosting these meetings and getting to know clients. We've got to know that you're serious about engaging with us if you like the way we operate. So we do send you a bit of homework, and a lot of our clients find that homework really thought-provoking anyway, and it's quite a good reflective tool, and they're grateful that they've done it come what may anyway.
Excellent. One last thing, Toby. I understand you're a bit of a local celebrity now. You've got a column coming up in the magazine, haven't you?
Yeah, yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So we've recently been asked to do a editorial column in the Broadstone link and the Corfe Mullin link, another couple of wonderful local businesses. And so each month on pages 6 and 7 for the next 6 months or so, you'll see my face, and I'm going to try and write a piece that is topical to financial planning and anything that's going on in the world, and hopefully it'll be of interest to the readers and they'll get something out of it. We're also running a genuine discount for anyone who contacts us via the link. We are going to apply a genuine actual discount to the fees, initial advice fees that we charge.
Fantastic. Well, it's been lovely speaking to you today, Toby.
Thank you, Wayne.
Take care.
Pleasure.